Hello and welcome to my craft room. I've got an unexpected surprise and I think I know who it's from. I think this is Bazaar because they always put these beautiful stickers. Try not to share my address. They always put these beautiful stickers and they always use these compostable mailers. And I can feel some squishiness within. So I've dropped all my other plans and I've got to go straight in and open this parcel now. And of course I had to share the moment with you. I am recording, yes I am recording. So I'm just going to get it out of this bag. Now Bazaar, for anybody that hasn't heard me raving on about them before, they're a wonderful company. I love what they do, I love what they sell, I love the way they work. I feel like they're all old friends now, especially since I went down and met Joe and Alex and lots of people from the Bazaar team back in the summer down at the Sussex Prairie Gardens where they have one of their big summer events. I had the most amazing time, met up with Marion. Hello Marion! And we were just blown away with the whole experience. So I loved Bazaar already, but I love them even more now. So I first came across Bazaar at one of the knitting and stitching shows at Ali Pali some years ago now and bought a couple of their scrap packs. So Bazaar specialise in all kinds of textile goods, jewellery, all kinds of beautiful things from India. They don't just import them over here. Jo goes over there herself. She works very closely with the local people over there. They've been working over there for many years and they have a great relationship, and it's all fair trade. They're eco-friendly. I just love everything about this company, and I especially love their scrap packs. So I bought a couple of packs at the at that show many years ago. Loved them so much when I got home that I straight away bought one of each of all the other colourways. Went nuts on them. Lots of you also loved them, and it just went a scrap pack crazy. And we found all kinds of ways to use these beautiful scrap packs. So the scrap packs are made up of textiles that have been rescued in some way from the textile industry. So they're not, some of them will be cut from garments, but they're not like cut from second-hand garments as such. They're more things that are their waste from the factory floor, they're ex-display things, they're perhaps garments that have got something's gone wrong or something, so it would otherwise end up in this massive landfill kind of problem. So we're doing our very best to combat that by using these beautiful scrap packs. And I just love I love the fabrics they tend to be. Silks, cottons, so you get the odd things like corduroys and brocades and things. They've introduced some special scrap packs recently, like the Bandmasters one. I'll link to my Bazaar playlist below so you can get an idea of some of the scrap packs I've opened in the past and some of the amazing things that you get inside and some of the projects that I've created inspired by them. It's one of the things I love, is the challenge of getting all these weird and wonderful bits and pieces of fabric and seeing what I can do with them. It's just been, yeah. My goose pimples are already out and I'm not even into the parcel yet, and I am aware that I've rambled on in a very probably incoherent way. Let's make myself a bit of space. I have absolutely no idea. Nobody has warned me that anything is on its way. I can see some little silkiness poking out the bag, so it definitely is. It's definitely Bazaar. So I'm going to get this mailer out the way and then take you to my desk. This has got my address and all on it. Oh, I got a beautiful sari bag. Now they don't use any plastic bags and things in their online orders now. You'll still, if you buy scrap packs at the show, at any of the shows, they will still be in plastic bags because people like to pick and see what they're getting. But when you've ordered a pack online or several packs online, they'll come in these sari bags. And here's another. I love the sari bags. I've got a whole collection of sari bags, and one of the projects on my list to get around to is to turn some of the sari bags into an amazing top. So that's a little project in the pipeline. I have no idea what they've sent me. I can feel something very textury inside. Shall we go in and have a look? So here we go. It's a very beautiful bag, isn't it? Feels lovely. These are all made of recycled saris, these bags. Now, I'm going to have to put this on so that I can come out and see. Wow. Oh my word, look. So this is how they will, when you buy the scrap packs, then they'll be bundled up like this, rather than in the plastic packaging, and then they'll be inside a sari bag. Oh, look at this beautiful card. How lovely. And I've got a whole, have I got it handy? So I've been making, this is part of the Millefiori project I've been making, using largely scraps from the Bazaar scrap packs. There's a few, these very shiny bits are from the bougie bags that I got from Megan Cook Textiles, which are more sort of synthetics, but most of these are made with the Bazaar scrap packs. And here we go. Here's one of these. It's a lovely way to use them. I should add that to my list of things to do. Another thing I've got from is another pot where I keep lots of goodies from Bazaar. So that's these are boho bangles that I made a while back. So take them out of the way. Boho beads, made them, but all made out of Bazaar stuff. And these are some of the gorgeousness you get in the Bazaar packs. Look at that, she got an A once. A for Annie. That's not, don't know how that got in there. And these aren't. More these bangles. Oh, lovely to make, very satisfying. I should make some more of them. But yeah, so I'm hoarding these, but I do have a purpose for them very soon. They're my little bags of treasure. I'm going to read the note now. So let's only do this. So I think this must be from Joe. Yes, it is from Joe. They were all so lovely. Joe and Alex and their son Daniel, and they just, all of the team, and then they did this talent show where they all, what, I'll leave the link to the Bazaar playlist, and that I did quite a super long video actually about the whole day, the whole experience of the Bazaar Summit event. Oh, if you can go next year, do it. It's going to be a yearly event for me now, that's for sure. Okay, anyway. Dear Annie, we had hoped that we would see you at the Knitting and Stitching show at Alexandra Palace. I had hoped so too, Joe. But we didn't, and so we missed you. Oh. We did meet some of your arty-farty group and followers, so you were with us in our chatter. Oh, how lovely. How exciting. Please find enclosed here a special promotional gift for you. We've been madly making more of our scrap bag bundles and topped up our stocks. See, I think when they were doing them, like, when I first found the scrap packs, they were making them up as a way to use these pieces and things, and now Jo goes out specifically to source these amazing scraps for us because she knows the kind of things that we can do, and that we all find them so inspiring. We sadly have to put the price up to $16.50, but now guarantee that every online scrap bundle will include a heavy back piece of embroidery such as you have here. Oh, lovely. Our suppliers in India who recycle machine embroidery into patchwork wall hangings, oh, some of their wall hangings are incredible, are cutting some of their seconds for us so we can ensure every scrap bundle gets one of those extra special pieces. That's marvellous. We hope this improvement will encourage your making and compensate for the slight price increase. Happy making. Thank you for all your online support. It was great to have you with us at the Sussex Prairies in the summer. What a day. I cannot quite believe that we're now fast approaching our Christmas show in Hildenborough in Kent. I wish I could go to that as well. I might look it up. Where does the time go? We must be having fun. They are so busy all the time. Love from Joe. P.S. We also had such a lovely card from one of your lot, handmade and so sweetly written. It's brightened our whole week / month. Nothing can dim the light which shines from within. What a lovely quote. I'm going to keep that on my notice board. I wonder which of you put it in the comments if you're watching this. Which one of you was it that made the lovely card? Oh, it's just another one of those connections. I just feel so connected with so many kindred spirits around the world from this whole, it's the YouTube thing, the internet thing. It's I just yeah, for someone who once upon a time I really didn't do social media at all, I was quite anti the idea. It's just become such a huge part of my life now. And then when you do get to meet up with people, like meeting up with Joe and the team, meeting up with Mary and Hawley when we went to the bazaar event, and then just recently when I was down in Cornwall, I met up with Maggie Morris. It's just like when you do meet, you just feel like proper friends straight away. It's incredible. Anyway, quite enough waffle from me. Oh, I've left two of my Millefiori pieces behind. Let's put them away. If you want to know what a Millefiori project is, if you search Millefiori in the playlist there's a whole playlist of Millefiori. So these are the new scrap packs. They've obviously put 2 in. They're going to be £16.50 now. I have looked at other places that sell, well, nowhere sells scrap packs quite like this, but the price compares very well. If you can compare, it's very difficult to compare when things aren't the same, you know, but you do get, I think you get a lot for your money with these. I love the way that is presented. Just look at that. I'm assuming this will be a red pack because it's wrapped in red. I love the way it's rolled up and tied with this piece of cord. There's no plastic packaging here. The cord itself is beautiful. Look, I'm going to try and make myself be a bit more speedy than usual because I see I've already been going on for 13 minutes. Oh, how gorgeous. Oh, look at this. Lovely piece of pink fibres. This feels like silk, recycled silk. Feels gorgeous. So this, I would say there's some pinkness in there, but I would say this is a red pack. I've got the little pack here that tells you all about it. There's a warning there that if you have any concerns about sensitivities, these inspirational packs of scraps are made up in a very cotton dusty place by the bazaar team, and some of the materials being recycled have had a past life. There may be a small risk of sensitivity or, in very rare cases, allergic reaction. We suggest pre-washing if you have any concerns. Silks wash well on a delicate cycle and can be ironed using the silk setting. Please keep darks and indigos separate as the colours might run. Having said that, I've never had a problem with that. I do, however, wash them all before I start, because once only I had one pack that set off an itchy reaction, and it wasn't only me, a couple of other people had a reaction too. Never before nor since, but they don't hurt. You can just, I usually throw them straight back in the sari bag they came in, pull the thing, put them through the delicate wash in my machine and lay them out to dry. And in fact, I find I don't even need to iron them. But if you do, they are fine. If you put it on the silk setting, put the iron on the silk setting, they're fine to be ironed. So, you know, you would do with that with new fabrics anyway, and you would do it with something you bought from a charity shop, wouldn't you? So yeah, it's not a big deal, but I would say do that if you've got any kind of sensitivity at all, just to be on the safe side. Having said that, I've never had a problem again. I've had some of this before. This is gorgeous. Gorgeous. I'm going to try and be quick, but you know what I'm like. Some lovely gold cord. I love this doodad. Talking about doodads, I'm saying I'm going to be quick. Here I go again. If you do order from Bazaar, I'll put a link to their website below. If you do order from Bazaar, when you come to checkout, at the bottom, under your list of whatever you're buying, at the bottom you'll see enter promo code here. That's where you would put Bazaar free postage. I think it is Bazaar free postage, all one word. If you're spending over a certain amount, you get free postage. If you look below that, there's another one that says something like add a note to seller or something like that. If you type in there Arty Farty Annie Treat, they will put a little extra doodad in with your order. It could be anything. I've had all kinds of things, from bundles of fibres to little bags of buttons, or you know, things like these shisha mirrors, or just all kinds of, yeah, depends on what they've got. And the other thing just to mention is, if you're not in the UK, they do post outside the UK, but don't try putting the order through in the normal way. Email them, tell them what you want, they will quote you, send you an invoice. You can pay them through PayPal or whatever, they'll send them to you. If you try and put the order through in the normal way, you'll feel like it's going through, and they'll come and say, no, we don't send to your country, and then people get confused. So don't even try to put the order through, email them. That's what you need to do. But I promise you, they will send to other countries. They've sent to Canada, America and Australia, and I think New Zealand as well. So, oh, lovely. or I'm itching to. I haven't done a bazaar project for at least, well, actually I'm doing the Millefiori. That's, strictly speaking, that's a bazaar project, but I've been doing a lot of separate. Well, I mean, this that I've got these in, this was made with bazaar scraps, this pot that I keep these in, and I made 2 more as well. I've got a whole load of different little quick doing an afternoon type projects on that bazaar playlist, so all kinds of different ways to use these beautiful pieces. Or I'm thinking spine of a journal or something for this, or a journal wrap. So many possibilities. Look at this. So these are the I guess machine embroideries that they've been patchwork together, and then there's all these bundles of fibres couched down in between. It's so lovely. Piece of corduroy here, like needle cord kind of thing, lovely and soft. 2 pieces of that burgundy kind of colour. This is a lovely rusty colour. Piece of kind of cotton twill or something. Very nice, very nice. Beautiful piece of brocade. This is just gorgeous. There's a lot of metallics in this. Is it red or is it red and gold? This is pretty. I love these pinks. The little spots of gold and green. I just think that's so pretty. I've had some other silks from Bazaar in these colours, but not this pattern. Don't think I've had this pattern before. So to me, that's begging to be backed with something, and perhaps interlined and stitched into. And this is a good example of the kind of thing you will get. So like there's a little hole here where there's damage to it. There's little holes here. But it's part of the fun, part of the challenge of using these pieces. And this is why otherwise they would end up in landfill. There's this huge problem. Jo's posted some pictures on the Facebook group of she posts some beautiful pictures and vlogs and things of her adventures in India, but also things like, you know, pictures of these massive piles of textile waste. It's a huge problem. Look at this. I love it both ways round. It's a warmer gold than it looks on camera. It is lush. That is lush. I think that must be the right way. Oh, yum. Oh, look. Dribbling. Oh, how beautiful. Look at this. Delicate silk with this gorgeous embroidery, beaded embroidery on it. Wow. Love that. I also have to look at the back as well. How do they make it so neat on the back? That's lovely. That's got like a self pattern in it, and then the metallic embroidery as well. I don't know if you can you see that? Hopefully. I could do with an eye in that piece, couldn't it? I recognise this one. The funniest thing was when I went to the summer show, I found that I was seeing garments hanging up that I recognised the fabrics from the scrap packs. And I'm actually wearing, coincidentally today, I'm wearing a top from Bazaar. I've got some lovely clothes there. They do some lovely clothes. My little treat to myself for losing so much weight. Beautiful. I love this fabric. Oh, gorgeous. Great long strip of that. That is lovely. Recognise this one. Oh. These are quite nice, good sized pieces. You'll get everything from quite small pieces through to sometimes quite large pieces. Oh, look. This is interesting. Oh, wouldn't that, a piece of, it's quite small pieces of that, adding texture to your slow stitch pieces. Now, on camera that looks kind of quite pillar box red. It's actually a deeper, how would I call it? Deeper, rustier red in real life. And it looks exactly the same colour as this. Now this is the kind of thing I think they would advise you to wash separately, just in case the red might run. But I forgot once and threw the whole lot in together and I didn't have a problem, but I might have just been lucky. Oh, every time I start looking at these piles, it gets my creative cogs turning. Okay, so la pièce de résistance is the piece it came wrapped in. So now what Jo is saying is that every scrap bundle now is guaranteed to have one of these beautiful pieces. Look at that. I loved it. You know, each of these will have had a separate life before. Each of these would have been, what were they made for? What were they part of? And then there's these little scraps of it which have been taken and stitched together onto this backing, and then they've hand couched these bundles of cotton threads down in between. Love them. And you could carry on and stitch into them more, couldn't you, as well? Definitely. But I mean, just like that, lined, perhaps with an interlining, fleecy interlining or something, to make a needle wrap or a journal cover. This is just gorgeous, isn't it? Absolutely gorgeous. Fabulous. That's one. I'm not doing too bad. Oh, this is such an unexpected pleasure. I just had no idea this was on the way. Jo didn't give me any warning at all. I do love this. It's a particularly lovely sari bag. Two, I don't want to cut this because I can use the cord. Oh, I think I feel another little bazaar mini make coming on. Done so many different things with them. Could get a couple of the bits, I suppose. Quick interlude. So this is a phone rest. It's for, you know, resting your phone or your Kindle or whatever on. I've got one like this my friend Shell made for me years ago, and I use it every single day. I've even taken it away on holiday with me. So handy. This is a smaller version than the one Shell made for me, more for a phone. Really handy. So, and there's videos on the Bazaar playlist. I've made videos showing you how to do all these things. Decorative jars that you could put a sewing kit or whatever in, or beads or sweeties or whatever. These were the samosa pouches. You can just keep coins in, or a few buttons or threads or whatever you want in there. And I love the way it pulls up close to make a little samosa shape. It's another one of those. Did more stitching on that one. Well, this was the Japanese knot bag. Just put that through there. I made a small version, but I showed how, in the video I show how to make the pattern so you can make it whatever size you like. There's another one. These are little mini ones, which I thought would be fun for little gifting things. And this one, what have I got in here? Oh, this is my punch needle kit is inside there. This one's the same idea but patched together. Again, all from Bazaar scrap packs. I did a whole load of luggage tags to make your luggage easy to recognise at the airport. I actually made this one so that there's a pocket there that you could actually hide your phone number in. So, yeah, same my desk, got my initials, different ways of marking your luggage to make it kind of easily identifiable. I made these little like mini scrunchies, but they're for wrapping yeah, earbuds into, all sorts of other things actually. They're really useful for all sorts of things. Whole pile of them. I made these little key covers. So if, like me, you've got two identical looking keys on the same key fob, and one is for the back door and one is for the garage, you can easily identify which is which. They were done with Suffolk puffs with some tiny scraps from here. I made some little dolls to send a hug to a friend. These were the little yo-yo caddies, just for putting little gifts in, like tiny dolls. I've got in this one lavender in that one. But people then could use it for all sorts of things. You want to keep tiny things in, like your earbuds or whatever in your handbag, you know. Yet another tag and another key fob. And then there were these little pots made out of empty nightlight shells. Again, you could put little gifties in them, little mini worry dolls, friendship dolls I called them. They will curl up and go inside one of these pots. So if you do that, and then when the person takes the lid off, the doll will bounce out. That's cute, isn't it? These were called these mini rolls. So this one's set up as a travelling sewing kit. You could put a reel of thread in there. I've put a needle threader in there. You could also put things like pills in there, or keys, or whatever little things you want to keep safe while you're travelling. Here's another one. This one I stacked up some and hot glued some bottle tops instead of the cardboard tube in the middle. And I've put different colour threads on there. Again, emergency sewing kit, but you could put all sorts of things in there really. So that's a few of the things I've made, bazaar scraps. Let's put all them out of the way. And I just, yeah, I find them so inspiring. I just love the challenge of taking these pieces of fabrics and thinking, what can I make with this? Go back to opening the second bundle. I've been going on way too long. Oh, this one. This looks like blue and green. Green, maybe predominantly green. Oh, look. So you just get these oddities in here sometimes. Look at that. It's like a kind of brass and copper wire woven together. You could add more to it as well, couldn't you? Or you could use it as the base for a mobile to hang some of those beautiful doodads from. Make a mobile. Oh, look at this. If that's one long piece or lots of shorter pieces, it strikes me that you could just make it into a really beautiful tassel. Oh, the colour isn't doing what it's much more vibrant than it looks on the screen. There's the same note. Ah, no, I've had one of these before and they're really useful. These, but you could, obviously it's a bracelet, I could just wear it as a bracelet. But these make really nice wraparound closures. Mother of pearl beads. Look at this. It's a key ring, but you know, you could use it like that, or take it apart and use the beads separately. Lovely beads. Really nice, really nice. Oh, look at that. It looks like part of a fan, doesn't it? Yeah, one kind of strut of a fan. Slightly broken there. But yeah, this is what I love, is the challenge of these pieces and what can you do. Oh, that colour is gorgeous. So whatever colours you see on my camera, add a bit of yellow to them in your mind. That is a beautiful piece. And even these little pieces just on their own can make little needle books and things like that. Just be incorporated into other things. I love that. This is nice. This is several layers. Of course you can take the layers apart and use them separately. I wonder what that was going to be. Part of a wraparound top maybe. Silk. Piece. I've had this before. Used this for one of those bags. One of those not bags. I wonder what that was going to be. Strange shape. Lovely. And again two layers, which of course you can take apart and use separately. I love this piece. Colour is so wrong. It's like an aqua. It's kind of an aqua colour. Lovely. And I like things like this to create pockets inside journal wraps and things like that. You will sometimes get like stainage like this. It's not nasty stains. It's just, you know, it's got wet or whatever, and I just work with it. It's just part of the charm for me. Lovely piece of silk, begging to be stitched into. Some nice plain pieces. Sometimes you need those plain pieces. I've got quite a lot of this now, this quite fine, almost sheer cotton, and it's perfect for doing the pajagi or bajagi, Korean kind of form of patchwork that I've been trying this summer, which I will get back to finishing eventually. I think I've left it downstairs. I could have shown you. I had a whole load of different shades of pink from Bazaar Packs in this kind of very fine cotton, which I've been using, and I think it's going to make a lovely piece in the end. This is a beautiful shade of green. It looks a bit dull on the camera. Again, it's much more, it's a beautiful shade of green. I can't describe it. Lovely piece of gold. Oh, that's obviously the wrong side, but I quite like it. I think sometimes you can use the wrong side, but beautiful either way. Well, I haven't seen this one before. Again, begging to be stitched into all these patterns. I'm thinking of Maggie Morris now. She'd be stitching into that. Much more of a warmer kind of turquoisey shade of blue than it looks on camera. It's a much prettier colour on camera. Don't recognise this one. I've not had a piece of this before. It's the most beautiful shade of bluey green. It's just lovely. Look. Whoa. So this time it's pretty much all silks and cottons, and we've got some needle cord in there, some metallics, and quite a lot of fairly heavily embroidered pieces, and of course each pack coming with one of these lovely patchwork pieces. Now that's the bit I haven't looked at yet. I've made a total mess here. Here's the patchwork piece. Oh, it's yummy. So you could take each of these separately and make little needle books with them, couldn't you? I mean, you know, if I was doing a craft fair or wanted a few things to put in my Etsy shop, I could just take these apart and turn them into needlebooks, actually. Look at that. But they are beautiful as they are all in one to turn into like book covers or whatever. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Now how am I going to make a thumbnail that does justice to all of this? Just, yeah, there's just too much loveliness to show all in one go. I'm going to get my face out of the way. Absolutely gorgeous. Thank you so much, Jo, if you're watching, and I cannot wait to get stuck into these. What a beautiful pile of inspiration. I think that price is still very reasonable for what you get, for the amount of scope and the amount of inspiration that I'll get from these. I will be back really soon with some projects with these. I think knowing that you're always going to get one of these incredible patchwork pieces, because quite often you would get lucky and get those anyway. I've got some of those. I tend to keep them for ages and then eventually make myself use them, but to know that you will always get one of those now is brilliant, because there is such a lot you can do with them. So maybe what I'll do is focus on different ways to use them. I'll do a couple of videos showing perhaps turning one into using it as one piece and using the other one as separate pieces and see what we can do with them. Yeah, that would be quite good, wouldn't it? Okay, thank you very, very much for joining me. Thank you very, very, very much to Jo for the wonderful surprise and for that lovely note. That's really sweet. And whoever sent them the card, I also said hello, because I don't know. Jo is just saying she met some artists, obviously, but she hasn't given any names or anything, and I don't know who sent the card. So if you're watching this video, declare yourselves in the comments. I'm doing the Whip and Waffle Wednesdays now. Every Wednesday, a chilled live stream, not like our Arty Farty Party, which is fun but very hectic. This is more chilled. We had the first one last week. It's just like a crafting session with friends. Just bring along whatever you're doing, or just bring a cup of tea, a coffee, or whatever your favourite refreshment is. It depends on the time of day. People in Australia, it's like midnight or something. People in the States, it's a bit early. But anyway, it's for us here in the UK, it's 2 till 4 p.m. every Wednesday. Whip and Waffle. Whip as in WIP, work in progress. I shall be working on various things. I think this week I'm going to be, I haven't got it here with me, I'm going to be working on my painted denim jacket, doing some stitching into that. But I think these little projects with the bazaar scrap packs would be a good thing to be working on, doing on my Whip and Waffle Wednesdays. So watch out for those. Thanks very much again. I'm really going now. I'll see you soon. Bye.